Stop the school from unfairly suspending your child. Does your ADHD kiddo have an IEP or a 504? If they do, and they've been suspended for over 10 days, you are going to be invited to a meeting that's called a Manifestation Determination Review, or an MDR. Trust me that you're going to want to stick around until the end of this one. I'm going to give you one of my most powerful strategies for stopping the school in its tracks. I'm Leo, a retired school counselor who teaches you how to become a relentless advocate to get your child the support they need at school, even though the teachers are overworked and often don't even understand ADHD. So what is an MDR? A Manifestation Determination Review is exactly that. The team gets together to determine if the behavior that caused the suspension was a manifestation of his disability. In this case, we're talking about ADHD or ASD or whatever kind of neurodivergence your child has that caused them to be able to have the 504 or the IEP. The MDR only kicks in if a student is suspended for 10 or more consecutive school days, or if they're suspended lots of little times and it ends up adding up to 10 or more school days. But let's back up. Before you get to that point, once you have figured out that your child is having behavior issues, start documenting. The school is definitely documenting everything. For this, create a Google Sheet. It will be able to keep most everything in one location. You will want to keep track of phone calls, texts. They might be using Google Voice for texts, emails, in-person meetings, virtual meetings. You're going to want to document who was contacted, dates and times, what was discussed. You also want to make sure that you're keeping track of what days your student is suspended and keep a running total. Save every email between you and the school. If you have a phone conversation with someone from the school and they say something that could be important, you're also going to want to send a follow-up email back to them asking for clarification on what they said. Use their exact words or as close as you can remember. You also really want to be very aware of your child's flavor of ADHD, inside and out. Document it. Better yet, at the beginning of the school year and for each teacher change, send an email to every teacher, to the 504 coordinator or the IEP case manager, and the administrators, and whoever else works with your child at the school, describing the ways that your child shows ADHD. It should be as clear and concise as possible. Don't give one of those super long emails. Clear, concise. But there should be no question about how your child lives with ADHD. And now you have dated, time-stamped proof that you sent these emails and how your child exhibits ADHD. See, it's important that you know absolutely what behaviors your child exhibits that are part of the disability, because if you end up at that MDR meeting, the team is going to try to tell you your child was not impulsive. That's ADHD to people who don't get ADHD. Your child was not impulsive. He thought about it for days, then he acted. But if you've sent those emails to them and told them that your child has rejection sensitivity dysphoria, that he really internalizes mean things that other kids do to him, then he lashes out because he has kept it all bottled up inside, maybe days later, then can they really say that it's not a manifestation of his disability? They have documented evidence of how he displays it. So I know that was a lot. You might have some questions, drop them in the comments. That's great. I've even started working on a Google Sheet that does exactly what I told you to document, with drop-down menus and everything. Right now, I'm figuring out a way to get that content out to you guys. Hopefully, you'll end up finding that useful. If you're still watching, here's what you have all been waiting for. One of my most powerful strategies to stop the school from suspending your child. First, let's get this out of the way. An administrator has the right to make sure that their school building is safe. So they can suspend a child for up to 10 days with no questions asked, no issues, and they won't be required to have a manifestation determination review. This strategy is specifically for 504 students and their parents. And it's this. Did you know that many administrators don't even know that a manifestation determination review is required for a 504? I've worked with an administrator who said, "What? No." Called another administrator from the high school he used to work at. And that administrator said, "I don't think so." But as soon as they contacted the person from student services at the district level, they figured out that I was right. And yes, they absolutely do have to have a manifestation determination review, an MDR, for a student with a 504. How do you put that strategy to use? If your child hits more than 10 suspension days and they do not contact you for an MDR, then they are called out of compliance. Email the administrator, the 504 coordinator, and the district 504 coordinator to let them know that your child has been suspended for X amount of days this school year and there has been no MDR, you have not been contacted, and you want to know when your child can get back into school and what are they going to do about it. There's going to be a lot of scrambling going on in the background that you will never know about. I truly hope that you get value out of this video today. I really think that it's important for you to start documenting right away. If you're getting value out of my videos, please take a second. It would mean the world to me if you like, share, and follow, and leave me a comment. I have RSD and I love getting comments about how I'm doing.